Hello, everyone. Welcome to the No Huddle. I'm Tolly Carr. This past weekend in HBCU football was like a collection of loser leave town matches from those old school wrestling shows. In the SWAC, people holding on by a thread, others looking to clinch in the MEAC, people praying for help in the CIAA. But we begin in the SIAC, where Albany State already has a seat at the championship table. The final spot would be decided by the winner of Tuskegee versus Miles. Let's head out to Fairfield, Alabama. Rivals on the field, rivals at the tailgate.
Tuskegee will win by 10.
Well, here's
They're really clogging Miles, man.
here's the history.
Okay.
How many times has Miles beat Tuskegee?
All right, camera up. I ain't gonna set the camera off. I'm gonna camera off.
Let's get the scoring started with Mr. Robinson here. He's going to return this punt 90 yards for a score to get Miles on the board. Trust me, he got in there. 7-zip Golden Bears. Tuskegee owns the second quarter, in particular Peyton Ramsey. After a Golden Tiger interception, Ahmad Duramus finds Ramsey here for a 7-7 ball game. And then later, Duramus to Ramsey again, 14-7 Tuskegee. Just before the half, a field goal for good measure makes it 17-7 in favor of those Golden Tigers. Both teams trade touchdowns early in the third, but then the Miles momentum starts to pick up some steam. Mitchell Smiley is feeling all smiley after he scoops up a fumble and begins to rumble. 21 yards later, it's a touchdown and Miles trailing just by a little bit, 24-21. To start the fourth, we are now tied at 24 after this Miles field goal. Late in the game, a bobbled snap on a punt seemingly has Miles on the ropes. 5 minutes to go, but Tuskegee, despite the excellent field position, could only manage a field goal. They take a 27-24 lead. Miles down to one final drive to get it done. $1:45 to go. Leonard Tyree gets it right on the money from Daniel Smith. It turns out to be enough for the game winner. Miles rebounds from a slow start to the season. They win it 31-27. They are going on to the SIAC championship. Reginald Ruffin, who has seen heartache after heartache off the field the last couple of years, overcome with emotion.
Hey guys, I can say, man, losing a wife, losing an assistant coach, and losing my tight ends coach's 3-year-old son, man. Last year was tough, but our kids, man, they kept fighting, and I couldn't let them down. I got to show them I'm strong, man. The man above, man, he's been on my side. I'm raising a 15-year-old by myself. I'm telling you guys, it's hard. I got a great administration. I got a great team, great coaching staff. Hey guys, we on to the next one.
That's really heavy right there. I mean, look, we enjoy football, but that was real life in action. Okay, let's transition to the MEAC. FAMU is at Howard, a win, and they are on to the Celebration Bowl. A&T needs a FAMU loss to keep its Atlanta dreams alive, but forget about all that. It was G-Ho this past weekend, and that's where we find our Wally Pitt.
Game Day Nation, what it do? It's your boy Wally Pitt coming to you from G-Ho. The greatest homecoming ever. That's what they say. I believe them every time I come here. North Carolina A&T. I'm in Greensboro at my favorite part, the tailgate tent. I'm going to see if I can talk to some old heads, find some good stories, and of course, get your boy a free plate. Let's check it out. Before I even leave my post, I got one. Go ahead, say your name, where you from.
Jay Bloomfield, High Point, North Carolina.
Okay, and when'd you go to A&T? State your class, your affiliation. I see you queued out. Talk to me.
79. I'm a bad boy. I got to see my cousin, Joe Bloomfield. He was a bad boy, you know. I said,
he was on the football field?
Yeah. I was on the football field too, but I played in the 60s. See.
Okay.
See, that's why I got my master's here, and then I'm an Aggie too. But my cousin, see, I'm in the Hall of Fame at Shaw University, but my cousin in the Hall of Fame here. See what I'm saying? But I came 2 years, 77, 79, so I got my master's. I'm an Aggie, but I had to play against these boys back in the day. They were bad back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about what it means to you as a former player, somebody who has so much HBCU, blood in you. What's it mean to come out here every year?
Oh man, it makes you feel good, makes you feel proud. You walk tall.
My name is Janine Walker, and I'm from Fort Washington, Maryland.
Now, I was told that this is the Jay Skywalker, peace to Jay Walker. This was his daughter. So what made you choose A&T over Howard?
Wow, there are a lot of things. But in PG area, we have a really strong alumni community from A&T, and I never felt so much pride from a group of people.
Talk about your plate. You say I'm a big guy. I love the plate. What's your favorite tailgate food that you've had today?
Any form of fried fish. I usually eat beef ribs because I don't eat pork, but for some reason there's a war against beef ribs out here, and there's only like pork ribs I see. So I got the fried catfish, fried whiting, some fried chicken, white bread.
Okay, we got a fish plate. 1 vote for fish plate. I'm gonna put a graphic up. It's gonna be like ding, 1 vote, fish plate. So do you have a pursuit of communications like your father, or what are you looking to go into?
Actually, I am majoring in economics with a concentration in law, and I want to add a minor in multimedia journalism. So a little bit, but the communications and politics like him.
Me and this guy been here for 40 years, baby. Ain't nothing but A&T, baby. Love, baby. This is how we do it. This is A&T. Look, all the way from here, all the way back to the other side. We got RVs on the other side over there.
And what's so special about homecoming that brings you back every year?
Because it's North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, the best university in the world. We just love people. We love everybody, man. Everything is good about this. HBCU, baby. HBCU. We're up 5 in the morning, coming out here to tailgate. We're getting all our stuff together since last week. Brought it all the way from Virginia, all the way from Chesapeake, Hampton, Virginia, to get all our stuff together, baby. We're gonna be out here till it's dark.
My name is Regina Poteet. I was here from 1979 to 1983. This particular tailgate here is the alumni band. Okay, we had seafood salad, baked beans, collard greens, chicken, fried fish. We had it all, boo. It's going on. It's G-Ho.
Hey, the food make you do that, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Now, if you got to pick one favorite today, what's your favorite thing off the plate?
This damn pork chop. This damn pork chop. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. This pork chop. Zoom into it, man. Make sure you get it real good. Get all that grease in that sauce. Get all that. You see them grill marks on there too? Make sure you get all that good stuff.
That's G-Ho right there. G-Ho on the plate. G-Ho on the plate. That's what that is.
You do that, man.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
I love it. Thank y'all. HBCU game day too. Y'all check it out. Hey, y'all turn up one good time. That's what the plate makes you do. I gotta give you one. Thank y'all so much. Back again. It's your boy Wally Pitt. Now you saw how much fun I had at the tailgate, and I know you want to know the pressing question. Yes, I did get a plate. Holler at me. Now, the game is over. The 5th quarter is still going. They've been going for a smooth 30 minutes. I'm going to take you to the highlights, and if you're lucky, I might bless you with some of this 5th quarter. Nah, I'm lying. Y'all know I'm going to bless you with the 5th quarter. Let's check out the highlights.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and no, I ain't talking about the holidays. I'm in the 336 for North Carolina A&T's homecoming, a.k.a. G-Ho, the greatest homecoming on earth, and it most definitely lived up to its name this year. The tailgate was packed, and the Aggie alumni was out here living their best lives. It was also senior day for a host of soon-to-be legendary Aggies, and your boy snuck into the locker room and got a little taste of the pregame pep talk.
I don't care if we're on offense, defense, or special teams. Every ball in the air is out.
Norfolk State was in town with nothing to lose, and they let it be known early that they were looking to go straight Rick James on A&T's couch.
Get right under you! Hey, that's you! Get right!
Early in the first quarter, Marcus Taylor gets the punt, takes it across the field, breaks it up the sideline, and quickly quiets the G-Ho crowd with a touchdown, 7-0 Spartans. A&T with the clapback, Jermaine Martin gets to stepping up the gut for the 8-yard score. He ties it up 7-7 in the first. Norfolk goes up 3 with a field goal, then Lamar Renard with one of his patented ball fakes. I bit, the defense bit, Quinzel Lockhart scores a touchdown, 14-10 Aggies. But the Spartans were not going to let this be an easy G-Ho victory. Second quarter, Jawan Carter, Chuma Awana, one hand, 6 points. I'm going to run it back in slow motion because it's a little tough to see full speed, but Joe, Chuma, I see you. 17-14, Norfolk State back on top. Looking to add to their lead, the Spartans are in the red zone and quarterback Jawan Carter lets one fly. But Aggie senior Jalen Bethea gets the pick, wisely gets down for the touchback, and the Dogs are on the move looking to take back the lead. It was Markel Cartwright's last game at Aggie Stadium, and he made it a memorable one. Here he gets the pitch, turns it into 6, and lets us know it's go time in Greensboro. Aggies take the 21-17 lead into halftime. And as exciting as this game was in the first half, the show that these two bands blessed us with at halftime was worth the price of admission by itself. And the Spartan Legion band had me all in my feelings. 'Cause I've been searching. Woo! The beat just goes on for the blue and gold marching machine. The BGMM drops jewels every time they touch the field. On to the second half, the Spartans open with a field goal, but the Aggies immediately counter with Malik I thought I had him Coach Wilson with another kick return touchdown where somebody from Norfolk State went to the sideline like, Coach, I thought I had him. This one goes for 99 yards, his third one of the year. Go ahead and crown him the kick return king. It's 27-20, A&T at homecoming. Aggies get another 3 points on the board. Then they stop another Spartan drive in the end zone. This time it's Tamondre Abrams with my Play of the Week nomination. How about a one-handed corner of the end zone? Give me that interception. One more time in slow-mo, please and thank you. An insane interception by Mr. Abrams. And while we're at it, how about another Aggie interception? This time it's Julius Reynolds who snatches the pick. Aggies with the ball, looking to put the nail in the coffin, and who better to hammer it home than Markel, the High Point Bruiser Cartwright. In his last game at Aggie Stadium, this 8-yard touchdown caps off a 21-carry, 183-yard day with 2 touchdowns on top, and the Aggies get the G-Ho dub 37-20, and you know I had to find the Bruiser after the game to chop it up about his big-time homecoming performance.
We came out here with a goal that, we need to come out with this dub on a homecoming night, especially for the seniors, be able to send us out with a win. Since I've been here, we never lost a homecoming, so we wanted to keep that streak going. And it just feels like, this is what it's supposed to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like something that we're supposed to be doing. And it's a great feeling, that we was able to pull this out and play at the caliber that we played today. And just from the first play, man, I hit the hole and I just burst through the line, and my offensive line was dominating their front line. And since then, I was just like, man, look, we just need to run right at them, and then we'll have a successful game.
I'm here at the 5th quarter at G-Ho, and if you can't tell, I got both bands trying to outduel each other right now. It's crazy. What a day. G-Ho, you hear my voice. If you can hear my voice, I don't know. Let's listen to some bands. It's just extra lit out here. Let's check it out.
For HBCU band heads, the real show starts when the play clock hits 0 and the bands go song for song in what's known as the 5th quarter. During North Carolina A&T's homecoming, we were treated to a multiple-round slugfest from 2 of the top bands in the MEAC. In one corner, the Spartan Legion Marching Band from Norfolk State, dressed in green, dripped in gold. In the other corner, the mighty blue and gold marching machine of North Carolina A&T, who are more than prepared to protect their turf on homecoming. The winner, you ask? Well, you tell us. Hey, yo, bands, y'all go ahead and tear the roof off this mother, will you? So as you saw, I obviously had a ton of fun at G-Ho, the tailgate, the game, the fifth quarter. Y'all saw I did the whole shebang. But when I heard the FAMU Howard score over the PA system, I couldn't wait to get back to the studio and figure out what happened in DC. I did, I saw it. Now I'm gonna bring it to y'all. Let's check it out. FAMU making the trip up to DC firmly in control of their own championship destiny. In fact, if they win this one, the Rattlers can go ahead and make those hotel reservations in Atlanta, and it looked to be getting off to a great start early. First play from scrimmage, the ball slips out of Kalen Newton's hand right into the midst of Elijah Watkins. Only problem is he plays for the other team. Great field position for the Rattlers leads to Azande Ray taking the direct snap in for a touchdown, early 7-0 FAMU lead. But the tag team is back again. There it is. Newton to Ezzard for a 22-yard score. Another great one-handed grab for Jaquez Ezzard, who was obviously just showing off with the one-handers at this point. They would miss the two-pointer, so it's 7-6 FAMU in the lead. Howard gets the option run game popping. Kalen Newton fakes it till he makes it. See, first he fakes the pitch and gets 29 yards on his own. Then he makes the pitch to Dedrick Parson, who goes ahead and snatches that Rattler lead right up with this 11-yard touchdown. Howard on top 14-7 after a successful two-point conversion. FAMU would get a field goal to close the gap, but the Bison open it right back up. Newton finds Kyle Anthony in the back corner of the end zone for 6, make that 21-10 Howard. But the Rattler offense does get its mojo back. Ryan Stanley finds Azande Ray, who scampers for 35. He would get the ball stripped out right before the end zone, but he got back on it for a touchdown. 21-17, Howard still on top, but we got ourselves a ball game cooking up early in DC. Howard going for it on a 4th and goal in the third quarter, and who else do you call? Kalen Newton stretches out over the line, 6 points, and the Bison lead is now 28-17. FAMU needs to get points on the board and fast, and that's just what they do. 4th quarter, Ryan Stanley finds Xavier Smith for a touchdown. They would fail the 2-point conversion, making the score 23-28 Howard, but it's a one-possession game in the 4th quarter, but the Bison make all the plays they need to make down the stretch. They add a field goal, then Jalen Smith picks off Ryan Stanley in the end zone, and one last 4th down stop by the Howard defense wraps up a 31-23 Bison win, which goes a long way to making these last few weeks in the MEAC a whole lot more interesting.
On to the SWAC, Jackson State with a new attitude after firing its coach earlier in the week. Would it pan out to new results on the field and keep those championship hopes alive? Prairie View was in town this weekend. Wilton Jackson has the story from Jackson.
Looking to keep its SWAC championship hopes alive, Jackson State came out fired up against Prairie View, and it was all Tigers in the first quarter. Quarterback Jared Hayes throws to Quinton Brown, who breaks some tackles for a gain of 13 yards. Then Hayes drops back and finds Romello Shoemake for the Tigers' first touchdown in the game. On the Panthers' ensuing kickoff, Christian Mosley fumbles the ball, setting up a 1-yard touchdown run for Brown, and JSU still wasn't done. Prairie View's quarterback Jalen Morton looks for his receiver, but is picked off by Tigers' Ryan Thayard, and he returns it to the Panthers' 8, setting up a Christian Jacquemin field goal, giving the Tigers a 17-0 lead. Then to the second. Tigers running back Jordan Johnson spins off a would-be tackler and takes it 59 yards to the house. JSU led 24-0. What looked like an one-sided affair would soon change as the Panthers' offense came to life. Tigers' Kevin Bertha gets called on a pass interference, setting up quarterback Traylon Conley's first touchdown pass of the game to Marcus Hardy. In the third, the Tigers stayed in control, moving the ball, as Quinton Brown rushed for 8 yards to the Panthers' 4, setting up a Jacquemin 20-yard field goal. Tigers led 27-7. But the Panthers kept fighting. From his own 28, Conley fakes a direct read and takes off for 72 yards and a touchdown, bringing the Panthers within 2 scores. JSU then responded. Javon Brown picked up 14 yards to the Panthers' 4-yard line, setting up a 2-yard touchdown run to start the 4th quarter. Down 3 scores, Conley finds Holcomb on a 3rd and 19 for a 21-yard touchdown pass as PV again trailed by 2 scores. And the Panthers added another late touchdown, but this 3-yard run by Brown and a 15-yard face mask penalty sealed the deal for JSU. Jackson State held on to defeat Prairie View 34-28, keeping its SWAC championship hopes alive. Reporting for HBCU Game Day, I'm Wilton Jackson.
In the CIAA, Bowie State had to win to get in to the CIAA championship. Fayetteville State punched its ticket last week. Now, the probability of Bowie losing to Elizabeth City State was slim, to say the least, but that's why they play the game. Stephen J. Gaither has the scoop.
Fayetteville State came into the game with the Southern Division title in hand already, while Winston-Salem State, they were just playing for pride. Colin Anderson back to pass, and Darius Skinner comes up with a sick one-handed grab to take points off the board. Okay, guys, watch closely at the top of your screen. Receiver Will Walton breaks off the defender. Dominique Graves hits him for an 80-yard touchdown, and WSSU has a 13-0 lead. Now that's a Player of the Week nominee if I do say so myself. FSU gets on the board, though, as Stevie Superman Green just barely crosses into the end zone, and the lead is cut to 13-7. WSSU kept applying pressure, though, and took a 27-14 lead into halftime. The second half will belong to WSSU, and more specifically, running back Kerryon Moore. The senior finished his career with better than 3,000 yards and 36 rushing touchdowns, including a Wildcat formation touchdown, and then up and over the defenders as WSSU comes out with a 51-21 win. Fayetteville State doesn't have long to lick its wounds, though, because they've got a date in the CIAA championship game in Salem next week. Up in PG County, Bowie State looking to get back to Salem hosting Elizabeth City State, and it doesn't take long as Amir Hall hits Linsana Sensei for a 77-yard touchdown pass on what will become a record-breaking day. Hall would write himself into the history books on this play as he hits Daryl Jasper for a 5-yard touchdown score, his 97th of his career, passing former Winston-Salem State great Cam Smith, and Bowie is up 28-0 midway through the second. Hall would connect with Sensei again on an 8-yard score, bringing his career total to 98 and helping his team to a 49-7 win to steal the CIAA North title for the third time in 4 years. The question is, can they finally win the big one? We will soon find out. Up in the 804, Virginia State taking on Virginia Union, who's trying to make its case for a CIAA title shot and the D2 playoffs. Tobias Taylor scoring on a 19-yard touchdown pass to increase the lead to 23-12. Late in the third, he gets his 21st rushing touchdown of the year, and Union beats rival VSU 46-19.
Time now for the Play of the Week, brought to you by Subject to Change.
This week's HBCU Game Day Subject to Change Play of the Week. Tamondre Abram of North Carolina A&T gets the ridiculous INT in the back corner of the end zone during the Aggies' homecoming win over Norfolk State. The HBCU Game Day Play of the Week is sponsored by Subject to Change for all your custom apparel and promotional needs. Follow them on social media at S2CLLC and online at www.shops2c.com. Proud supporters of HBCU athletics.
Alabama A&M had a really nice run as Band of the Week. The halftime performance of the Marching Maroon and White collected more than 27,000 views on our Facebook page. That's big stuff for us. A new Band of the Week will be announced this week, and I'll tell you this much. Just keep it a secret. Come here. I'm going to keep it in the South. Maybe in Alabama. Don't tell anyone. Just between me and you, okay? We didn't make it everywhere this week because, see, the way our banking account is set up, we can't be at every game, but we do have every score. Langston and Pecan, that's a forfeit. Victory, Langston. Tennessee State falls. Bowie State headed to the CIAA championship. Central State ends the season on a roll. Shawan almost had a championship-esque season. Fayetteville State falls big. They'll be in Salem next week, though. Howard, hey man, how about that? FAMU is not going to run away with the MEAC. Johnson C. Smith, the season is over. G-Ho goes to the Aggies. The Battle of Raleigh goes to Shaw. Hampton played that team and won. West Virginia State played that team and won. Virginia Union, fingers crossed, will they make the NCAA playoffs? Texas Southern loses on the road. Grambling State just barely over Valley. Miles, always some drama. They are headed to the SIAC championship. They will host Texas College Fall. So does Lincoln of Missouri. Morehouse, what happened? What happened, Morehouse? Delaware State with the win over Savannah. Fort Valley State ends their season. Albany State, we'll see you next weekend. Prairie View, Jackson State, they like switched bodies. Jackson State, new coach, new outcome. Benedict over Kentucky State. Happy homecoming, North Carolina Central. Alcorn almost made some news this weekend. Alabama A&M, another win, and Bethune-Cookman over Morgan State. The D2 regular season is over. Championships in the SIAC and CIAA will be played on Saturday. After that, who, if anyone, will make the NCAA playoffs? The next to last Super Regional polls came out on Monday. Let's take a peek at Region 2 and see what the voters might be thinking. A little leapfrog action this week. Valdosta State over West Georgia, despite both teams winning this weekend. That's interesting. Bowie State, they're still fourth, right behind Lenore-Rhine. West Alabama is fifth. Let's take a look at 6 through 10. Well, look here. Look who's back. Virginia Union in at number 9 after falling out last week, despite killing Elizabeth City State. But they're back. Still have a little bit of room to go to make it into the playoffs, but they are at least a player. Albany State still in there as well, and Fayetteville State, despite the loss to Winston-Salem State, still holding on to the number 10 spot. But again, next week's poll will be the one to set the NCAA football playoff field. Conference championship implications on the line as the season draws to a close. Games that we will be watching this weekend. Of course, the CIAA championship in Salem between Bowie and Fayetteville State. We'll also have our eyes on Miles. They'll be hosting Albany State for the SIAC championship. Jackson State at Alabama State. The winner stays alive in the SWAC East title chase. The loser eliminated. You out of here. FAMU's game against South Carolina State doesn't count as a conference game, but A&T versus Savannah State does. Aggies need a win to keep those Atlanta dreams alive. Howard could very well end up in the Celebration Bowl. We kind of counted them out last week. Oops. Sorry about that, Howard. But hey, if they don't beat Norfolk State, they will be out of there. Another huge game on Saturday. So hopefully you'll be at the games supporting your favorite team while tagging HBCU Game Day on IG and Twitter with all your picks and stuff. But what would really set it off? Really set it off. If you were wearing your HBCU Game Day t-shirt or your hoodie, like our boy CJ was repping this weekend. And of course, Wilton Jackson holds us down in Mississippi with his t-shirt and those Red Rose sausages. Is that what you guys eat in Mississippi? Red Rose sausage? So anyway, do your part. Go to teespring.com or amazon.com, keyword HBCU Game Day. Get yours today. All right, ladies and gents, we're out of here. Tuesday is Election Day. Peace and blessings to our FAMU grad Andrew Gillum running for governor down in Florida. Stacey Abrams is running for the governorship in Georgia. She's a Spelman alum. A lot of people proud of you guys and behind you in your respective races. Sonic Boom, take us out, please. We'll see you guys next week on the No Huddle.